till I think it was around 2003.
When you spun on purpose?
No. That ended up being, that was a phone call. We had a pretty good car, and there was a long caution with probably 10 laps to go. And I was on the radio raising hell about how long the caution was, and we needed to get going green so I could have an opportunity to advance my position. And I was just complaining, and Tony Urasuna was my crew chief at the time. He was complaining. And so they called us to the trailer after the race. And we walked in there, and we're walking into the trailer thinking, we got this, you know, this is pretty stupid to have all them caution laps. We got a good argument. And there was nothing on the track, obviously, from my vantage point. And so we get in there, and as soon as we sit down, me and Tony start to argue our case. And the first lesson I learned is when you go in the holler, you don't talk unless somebody asks you a question. I knew Mike Helton, but I didn't know exactly what kind of person he was. I've never known anybody to be able to shut up Tony Urey Sr. And so when Mike was able to, you know, put a cap on him, I knew that Mike was a pretty powerful dude. So when I'm looking at Tony Sr., I'm like, damn, he's paying attention. I better pay attention. This is pretty serious. I didn't think we were in that big of trouble, but as the redder Mike got, the more he was screaming and cussing at us, the more I started to realize how bad, how messed up we were, and how I should stay off the radio. And so, yeah, that was I've been up in there before and after that, but you know, that was the first time I really realized how serious that situation is. And they grab you by the collar and straighten you right out. It didn't take long for us to. We were straight and narrow for the rest of the season.
Lord Almighty, I reckon if anybody knows that lesson, it's Kyle. Your story's got to be fantastic, buddy.
That's why I left my mic sitting down. Yeah, hoping they wouldn't recognize.
Why don't you tell us your favorite one?
Favorite one?
Or maybe not so favorite.
No, I can't. The problem is I'm still going to be in the sport for too long, and they're going to bring it back on me somehow, some way.
So what was it like the first time you went in there and got ripped on?
I don't remember my first one. There's been so many. It's really hard. While you were talking, I was actually trying to figure out the first time I was in there, and I really can't figure it out. I was trying to go back. It's like 04, 05, like somewhere in there. Nationwide, was it Nationwide? Was it Cup? I don't remember. That was the last time I was in there. Let's see. I think the worst one was actually in 2006. I was racing the Nationwide Series race at Dover, and there was a guy in front of me, wouldn't get out of my way. I ran into him a couple times, still was blocking me, wouldn't get out of my way. So finally I came over the radio and I said, all right, that's enough. 3 strikes and you're out.
No, it was 3, 2.
Right, yes. Boom! I said, all right, 3 strikes, you're out. So now we're going down the backstretch and I'm 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I run in the back of the guy, he spins out, he crashes. So they pulled me in the holler and they were like, did you really do a countdown?
Wait a minute, you announced it on the radio?
This was all on the radio. So they brought me in the holler and they said, did you really do a countdown over the radio? Like, don't you know, like, your car, you're using it as a weapon and this and that and everything else. And I'm like, all I meant to do was touch the guy. It's his fault he wrecked. So, I probably, like Junior said, when you speak in the holler, you're speaking too much already. So, I probably took it.
Now, Matt,